It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Columbus Brewing Company, and it's a bottle of their pale ale coming in at 5.3% ABV. There's a look at the label, there's the bottle cap. Let's get the beer out into a glass and see what we get. I've not had anything from Columbus Brewing Company before. They're based in Columbus, Ohio. Nice bit of smoke on the opening. Beer in the glass then. A lovely, lovely looking beer. Bottle conditioned. Look at the yeast there floating around the bottom of the glass. Don't be alarmed, it's quite healthy, it's full of vitamin B. Very unusual. Well, I say unusual. Some of the American breweries do bottle condition, but they generally kind of filter their beers now. I prefer this bottle condition process myself. There's a look at the carbonation rolling up the side of the glass then. It's a 1 to 2 finger white head. Lovely golden amber beer. Nice and hazy. Let's get the aroma. Yeah, that smells really good. Grapefruity. Citrusy. A little bit of mango in there. It's enough to get your palate to salivate a little bit. You kind of, your saliva glands to salivate, and you kind of, whoa, you just want to dive into this beer. It smells lovely. Cheers, everyone. Oh wow, blimey, that's really, really bold, and the drinkability is fantastic. Lovely raging carbonation, nice malty, quite sweet, biscuity, bready upfront taste, and then after that kind of big backbone of malt, it slides off into hops, and the hops are fantastic. Lots of grapefruity flavours coming through. It's citrusy, there's some orange peel, some fleshy blood orange, there's some mango, lots of your kind of pale stone fruits. It's nice. It reminds me of something. There's something original about this beer. It's probably the same recipe as they've probably been brewing this beer since 1988. And a very old brewery. In terms of American craft beer, they're very old, because going back into the 80s, there was not many craft breweries around. Now, what we have here, this reminds me, and I know it's hard to, it's kind of, it's not fair on the brewer to compare, but I'm going to compare anyway. This reminds me of your kind of your old school Sierra Nevada Pale Ale, your old school Rogue Ales, the original hoppy beers. This has got something traditional about it, in a traditional American sense, in a traditional 1980s when this whole craft beer scene started to slowly flourish and begin sense, in that, yes, it's just got something really, and I'm going to use the word old-fashioned, and I don't want that to come through wrong, because old-fashioned, again, in an American craft beer sense, is only from the 1980s, but it's got an original taste to it. It's a superb beer. Don't let what I'm saying about it being traditional old-fashioned in terms of pale ales go. Don't think I'm kind of being negative towards the beer. It's just a particular style. It's kind of like in the same ballpark as a Sierra Nevada Pale Ale. And as I said, a hoppy Rogue Ales beer from when they first started brewing the beer. Grapefruity, citrusy. It's the mouthfeel really that really impresses me. It's that carbonation mixed with, it's a slight slicky, slightly creamy mouthfeel. And although it's very, very refreshing, it just kind of sticks on your palate a little bit. Maybe it's the amount of hops in the beer. It's very, very well done with the hops. Maybe it's the hop oils just sticking to my palate a little bit and then being released onto my palate is giving me that sensation. But Columbus Brewing Company, their pale ale, copper coloured with a dry finish. It is quite dry, 5.3% ABV. There's a look at the label. Let's give it a rating. Oh, actually, there's something about Germany on here. This award-winning copper-coloured pale ale was the first beer we ever brewed. There we go. And it's still one of our favourites. We carefully blend German and English malts and add generous portions of American hops for a refreshing citrus aroma and a long dry finish. Cheers. Eric Bean, Brewmaster. Yeah, it really is. And I'm surprised I've not seen these beers in the UK before. Seeing that they've been going since 1988, I'm surprised I've not heard of this brewery before. I should have heard of it, and I want to try more of their beers. Rating for the Pale Ale from Columbus Brewing Company. At some stage of the review, I'm just going to reiterate one thing. You may have thought I was being a little bit negative about the beer when I was talking about being a little bit old-fashioned. I didn't mean that in a bad sense. I just meant it in a more of a traditional American craft beer sense that I think this pale ale's come from. And I think, I've not read the label, I just read the side of the label for the first time. Again, it's the first beer that they brewed, and I think they've stuck with the original recipe. So it's a very original craft beer pale ale from America. So rating, I really like it. I like it enough to give it an 8 out of 10. It's an 8 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom and cheers.